Alright, so here we go. I hope I have this in line so everybody can see. Mega Man 8. This is one of my son's favorite. It's a 10th anniversary edition. Micro Machines is another game that he loved, and also bought him this Razor scooter game. When I look back now, I never noticed that it was made by Crave, right? Who knew? And I have this Pong game just because it was on sale. I mean, let's not even talk about it. It's just a value play. I also have Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. It doesn't have, let me move it here. It doesn't have a case or anything. It's just loose like that. Test Drive Off-Road. Croc 2, a demo CD. Now this is something we played with my son extensively, Twisted Metal. I could not find the original or the Twisted Metal 2 though. I'm kind of really bummed out about that because we really did play that game a lot. I believe these came from Game Crazy, these yellow labeled ones, but I can't remember. But I did buy a lot of used games from them when they were closing down. Knockout Kings is something that I played over and over again. I'm a big sports fan. Big Lakers fan. I really liked the NBA on Showtime, which was like the successor to NBA Jam. Alexis Lala Soccer, I bought that because I love soccer and it was on sale, but it's not really that great of a game. This is something that I bought for my son because he really loves cars. Gran Turismo. I got him. It's greatest hits edition at that time. I would always get these because I love wrestling, and they were always on sale. You know, I mean, I was getting them for $5 or something. 1945. Oh yeah, classic. This is something my kids liked. Cool Borders 2. Soccer games for me, obviously. Soccer 1999, FIFA 2000. Now, even though they say 2000, guys, I mean, I didn't buy these new. I would buy these like in 2003 or something when they were a lot cheaper. There we go. Oh, there's a Twisted Metal there. So, WC Nitro, Loose Leaf, Die Hard Trilogy. Remember that? That was a good one. WCW Mayhem. There's a Twisted Metal. And also, this is something we play with my son too. This is Vigilante 8. Tekken 3. I remember he would get frustrated because I could beat him in Tekken. You know, he was just a little boy though. I mean, he wasn't a young man or anything. Something I got for him because he was really into skating. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. This is a game that I loved, especially when this system just came out. In Warhawk, man, I just love blowing up the ships in this game. You know, I could still go back and play it. It's pretty dated, but it just takes me back, you know. I really like this game. I know controls aren't that good, but I really like blowing this stuff up in this game. I never actually finished it, so I'm gonna have to go back and look at it. Wild 9 was another one I enjoyed, but also did not finish. Here's a game that I did not even play. I bought it because it was like $2 or something. Akuji the Heartless. This is one for the kiddos. They really like the Oddworld. I don't know if you guys remember when that came out. They really liked that character. Now, In the Hunt was something I got for myself because I really like that game. I know it's a little bit dated, but again, I enjoyed it. Another one I got for like 99 cents, Crash Bandicoot 2. My son really wanted that game, and I think I paid a little bit more for that one. But he really enjoyed the heck out of that game. He loved playing that. Now here's two games that are all me, and I got both of these on sale. You know, it was loose carts. Not this one. This one was complete and I screwed up and threw away the cart because I'm an idiot. But Darkstalkers, I got loose, and I love that game. I love fighting games, and particularly I love Capcom back in the day. Not now so much because of, you know, this downloadable content crap. I mean, it's just, I know I sound old, but I just don't agree with it. Anyway, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. You know, such a different fighter. I just liked it. It was just it's just weird, you know. But I really like playing that game. I still go back and play it. I played it like in a couple of memes, I believe, but MAME arcade or whatever they call it. But it's something I want to get up and running, and I'm setting up my living room so I can play some of the PS1 games again. This I got off of Blockbuster Closeout. It's like a Dave Mirra, and it was like 99 cents too, and they were closing. I'm a big Star Wars fan, so Phantom Menace. Another wrestling game for 99 cents. I got this for my son, Street Skater. He didn't like that. He didn't like it as much as Tony Hawk. Apparently it's not that good. I don't know. I never played it, actually. Now this would make the bread and butter of a lot of the things that we used to play. You know, we couldn't afford to buy new games all the time, and I was always trying to get, you know, something so they would have something to play, you know. And it wasn't always the best situation, but we loved the jam packs because they would have samples of games in there, and it'd be a way for them to at least play a sample of the games that were coming up. So that was pretty cool. So I have a few here. When I was able to get the magazine, PlayStation Underground, they would come with these discs, and you know, we'd play them. They were pretty cool. They bring back memories of, you know, just sitting there reading the magazines. Now this, I can say, was my kid's first crush, Lara Croft. And I got the greatest editions for the 1 and 2, and then I had the Last Revelation. But I actually found, and I put this here because I bought, at the swap meet, I bought a Tomb Raider 2 just to get the case. So this is just an extra booklet, but inside the Tomb Raider 2, I got this, and I bought it for $2. It's a little dinged up, but it still plays, and you know, I know it's worth more than $2. I could tell you that. And my kid always liked the Grand Theft Auto series, so there's 1, there's 2. Gex was a really fun game. Everybody liked to play. Everybody liked that lizard. Tetris Plus, I always kept a Tetris because, you know, older people and the ladies always wanted something to play. And that was something anybody could pick up. Now here's another couple of treasures. I have this GamePro disc #1. GamePro magazine, man, we kept so many and we lost them. You know, I have to say I don't even know where they ended up, but that was the magazine that we would constantly read. Probably because it was more kid friendly as opposed to the other ones, and I could really share the content with my kiddos, and they can understand, you know, and it was just so flashy and kid friendly. Anyway, but also the PlayStation magazines, they would come out with the PlayStation and had these discs. You know, this is all I was able to keep. I may have 1 or 2 left somewhere, but I don't know. But again, some of these had sample games, and you know, the kids could play them, and it would be an affordable way for them to stay entertained. Now besides this, there's a couple of computer games nobody cares about. But later on, I was able to get a Sega Saturn, right? And I got it after the system was, you know, pretty much discontinued. I can't remember if I bought it for $40 or $60 around there on the recycler, because at that time there wasn't even Craigslist. There might have been, I don't know, but the recycler was a magazine, sort of like Craigslist, but you know, it was on print. And that's, you know, I called, the guy had it, and that's how I ended up getting it. And then, even though I wasn't playing the system, whenever I would see a game for cheap, I would buy it. And these are the games I was able to get for the system. The only one I got with the system, I believe, was the Soccer 98. And then everything else I bought for like, anywhere from $3 to $5, at various discount shops. I think it was Game Crazy, and there was a Hollywood Video maybe. But anyway, that's where I got most of these. I really wish I would have kept all the cases, but I didn't. But you know what? There's no point in crying now, right? All I could do is go back and try to make them complete. But at least I have all these memories of all these games that brought us so much fun when the kids were growing up. Man, it was like traveling back in time when I opened this case. And I have something else that I'm probably going to film tomorrow that's even older than this. But, this, looking at this is really what got the ball rolling for me and wanting to start playing and collecting again and taking it up as a hobby again. I mean, video games have never really left my life in one form or another, but now that I have the time and the opportunity, I really want to get back into it and play games that I like. I don't really care what's popular or what not popular, or what people say about a particular game. If I liked it back in the day and it brings back a good memory, or even a bad one, just to reminisce, I'll pick it up. But collecting now, it's bittersweet because when the Xbox 360 came out, I really couldn't afford it. The PS3 I bought for my kids, but I couldn't buy games regularly for them. By this time, some of them were getting into high school. They started making a little bit of money of their own, so they would buy, a game here or there. But I didn't have the opportunity to play them because I was always working. So now that I go back and I see all these great games that came out for these systems, and these systems were around for the majority of the time that I wasn't playing. So I'm finding all these gems, all these great games that I pick them up, and it's like, wow, and they seem great to me because the last video game generation that I was playing, the graphics were okay, but they weren't great, and they're a lot better on these games. Of course now, they're up to 4K, they look fantastic, right? But to me, these games are brand new treasure, and I'm really enjoying buying them for cheap, knowing that at one time they were $60, $70, $50, whatever the case may be, and and I'm buying them, 3 for $10 or something, right? And that's our motto: we do not pay full price for new games. I mean, just don't want to do it, number one. Number two, we want to be as cheap as possible. We hunt for treasures. So guys, I hope you enjoyed my walkthrough of my CD case and my travel through time. And if you like my content, like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Take care.